Taylor.
Welcome to Much Ado About Some Shit, where every week Rami tries to talk me into watching garbage television by walking me through a season,
whole ass season
of a thing. What we doing, Rami?
What do you think we're doing?
Potomac.
Yeah.
We're back to Real Housewives.
Real Housewives of Potomac. Season 2, baby.
Ooh.
Too fast, too Potomac. Okay, so
right,
Potomac. Do you remember anything?
None of these ladies know how to act.
Okay, despite being about etiquette.
Yeah, several of them were quite rude on numerous occasions. So, will you help me with this? What was it? A crab
boil? Yeah.
And then left her to do it by herself.
Correct.
Yeah, that wasn't cool.
Yeah.
And they're just like bringing their hair and makeup people around, which can't relate.
No, same.
Yeah, so I don't understand these individuals.
Fair.
It's Maryland, right?
Potomac, Maryland.
Yeah, I don't know what goes on there.
Anyway, okay.
All right.
Do you remember any of these women? Do any of them look new?
Are they supposed to look new?
One of them is.
Oh, her?
Yep.
Hey.
Yep. Good job.
And note to any first-time listeners, because I didn't say this at all last episode.
Well.
Note to any first-time listeners, any photos we reference will be on our Instagram or the YouTube version of our podcast. Both are Much Ado Some Shit. Not ever necessary to the plot of our podcast, just helping me know what the fuck's going on.
This one will actually have a plot point. Not necessarily a plot point, but like a thing we're going to have a discussion about.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right. So there's this new lady.
Yeah. Do you want to take a stab at her name?
Carrie.
No.
Okay.
Monique.
Oh.
This is Monique.
I like that name.
She's a nice lady. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, here's everybody.
Yep.
Do you have any recollections now?
Giselle, I always want to call Gazelle.
Fair.
That's about it. Was she the problem?
She was a good part of the problem.
Okay.
Last season.
Yeah.
So.
I think I recall her being
a problem.
And Ashley's the youngin'. Charisse was getting a divorce.
Thinking about it, yeah.
Okay. Robin is in dire financial straits.
Yep.
Okay. And Karen is eyebrows.
I love that that's the thing.
Look, they're plucked to high heaven.
They are plucked to high heaven.
It's a generational thing. I know it's just, I don't know, it's a dominant feature on her to me.
Yeah. So one thing we didn't talk about last time with Karen that I would love to talk about, you see it a little bit in this photo right here. But none of these women are her fucking friends because she continually, like, her wig is not in the right fucking place.
Oh, it's like it's sliding off the back.
They were on a boat.
Oh, no.
So, yeah.
Okay. I don't know if we'll have those pictures for the slideshow, but the wig is like coming off the back of her head. It's like way too high up.
Way, way too high.
Oh.
Yeah.
And nobody tells her.
Right? Yeah.
That's rude.
Oh. So we start this season. Charisse and Giselle are not getting along.
Because Giselle's a problem. It's her the problem. It's her.
Well, okay. So they're not doing well because Giselle insinuated, she straight up said, like, that Charisse has a boyfriend, even though she is still fully married.
Okay.
Giselle only said that because Charisse called Giselle a whore.
Okay.
Yeah. That's Giselle's
Nobody
reasoning.
in any reality show knows how to act.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. My God.
Certain people
certain people
just don't know how to
definitely
act,
don't
number
know
one.
that more than others, but
Yeah.
holy
And certain
shit.
people were fucking made for reality TV. I
Why are we?
cannot wait to get
Why
to
do
Scandival.
we? Oh no, I forgot about that. You've been teasing that for weeks
Because it's been
lady.
happening.
Well, why haven't we covered it?
Because they haven't aired the reunion yet. By the time we come back from our break, the reunion will have aired, and basically what I'm gonna do is we're gonna spend some time with Scandival.
Oh my god, I dread it so.
Oh, I'm so excited.
But why do we glorify these people who are so socially inept that they don't know how
Fair.
to hold a civil conversation?
Well, I feel like
I'm calling it social ineptitude. Because that's what it is.
I mean,
if you're so rude that you can't function.
you know, you were the champion of breaking down the fact that these are reality TV shows and are thus produced.
I know, but also,
which I think is a large part of
everyone needs to learn how to act.
Yeah.
Everywhere. In all of these shows. This is just the one we're talking about right now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I do.
Vanderpump Rules. They all need to learn how to act.
Well, and those kids had fucking nothing, so I do not expect them to know how to act. And
these are like classy ladies that come from like awesome backgrounds and things, and yet they're over here calling each other whores and leaving each other to boil their crap. I guess that was both Charisse. Sorry, Charisse. I don't mean to single you out.
I'm trying to think of what anybody did last season. I mean, Karen was rude.
Karen's rude.
Giselle was rude.
Was rude most out of everyone, I think.
Yeah. I mean, Ashley met everybody and then humped Robin, so there's that.
Ashley needs to learn how to act.
Yes.
They all, like, y'all are classy ladies, but you're not acting like classy ladies.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them come from, like, civil rights activists and things. And
yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so
anyway.
Robin was forced to move to a smaller townhouse. They could no longer afford their big house. So there's that.
Still owns a townhouse, though.
Yes.
That's still rich to me.
Right?
Trapped in the renting loop.
Same.
La 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 la.
It's fine. Okay. So Karen is resizing her home, not downsizing. So last season, her daughter, her youngest, went off to college.
Okay.
So they're empty nesting.
Oh, okay.
So they want to resize their home,
quote unquote.
Yeah. Her husband is like, we can downsize. There's just two of us. Why do we need a pool?
I mean, yeah.
Karen is like, I'm not downsizing. I'm resizing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Why? I think it's depressing to have a bunch of empty rooms in your house. Like,
same.
So
yeah. Unless you're like hosting people fairly regularly.
Right? But also,
and also like that's so much to clean. You're at that point.
Well, they're not cleaning it themselves.
But at this point, they are paying somebody else to clean these rooms that are not being used.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Ashley is preparing to dance for a charity event.
Okay.
And also the restaurant that she opened with her husband has been open for 3 months, and they have not broken even.
Oof. I mean, it's tough out there. Sometimes it takes a year or more.
Oh, yeah. It's especially tough when you're in Potomac, Maryland, and you're doing a Australian-themed restaurant where they serve emu and camel.
Okay. Yeah, that would make it more difficult.
Yep.
Okay. Well, they're rich. Who the fuck cares?
Yep.
This is just a fun project for them.
Right. So part of Ashley and her husband Michael's agreement is once the restaurant breaks even, then they will start trying for a baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's an interesting agreement.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, don't try for a baby until you're like secure in more aspects of your life.
Right. But also they didn't have to go do this restaurant.
Yeah.
This was a joint venture between the two.
Uh-huh.
And like somewhat Ashley pushing.
Well, she wanted to She wanted to do something.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should make sure your shit's in order before you on purpose try to have a kid. Like, if it happens, it happens. You work with it. But
especially
if you're going to be deliberately trying, maybe wait till you're good.
Right. Ashley made a huge stir last season by announcing to everybody that they use the pull-out method.
That's not a method.
No, it is not. That is hope and prayers.
Yep.
That is thoughts and prayers.
Yep. Oh, I did remember that Karen said that Ashley wasn't a real woman until she had a child.
Yeah.
This is why I don't like Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
I was like kind of on her side for a lot of that argument, and then she pulled that out, and I was like, whoa, just going to back out of her corner real quick.
Karen is like a voice of reason until she says something way out of left field, and is just like, Jesus Christ, girl.
I feel like that's kind of like an older woman thing.
Yes.
Obviously
yes.
not. Hashtag not all older
not
women.
old ladies, but.
But like that voice of reason. Here's this random fucking thing based on an archaic belief that does not apply here. Where the fuck did this come from?
Yep.
What? We were nodding along, we were agreeing, and wow, you lost me so hard.
Seriously.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, anyway, okay. So, everybody goes to Ashley's charity event, and Charisse and Giselle talk.
Okay.
They get nowhere.
Okay.
So Karen and Robin organize high tea at the Willard across the street from the White House.
Ah, yes.
Where Giselle admits to being in the wrong and apologizes.
Okay. Look, credit where it's due. When they admit and apologize, good. I just wish they would learn from this and not have to keep apologizing.
Right, yeah.
But we're going to be back here again. Some of it, and how much is produced and how much is real? Right, yeah. We will never know.
Well, and I think, too, like a good part of it, especially in the earlier seasons, I think some of this stuff went on before, they were being filmed. But being filmed just makes it 10 times worse.
Yep.
Because, like, when Giselle insinuated that Charisse had a boyfriend, she did it on national television.
Yeah, right.
She did it on a live TV show with Andy Cohen.
Yeah.
Like,
ooh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's real bad.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the presence of a camera definitely exacerbates some issues.
Yes, yeah. Okay, so during this high tea, Giselle apologizes to Charisse and they're good. But then Karen brings up that Robin was talking behind Giselle's back.
God damn it, Karen.
Yeah. So Robin and Giselle are both like, why the fuck are you bringing this up? Giselle is like a little stunned that Robin's talking behind her back, number one.
Yeah.
Number two is just like, this isn't your fucking business.
Right.
Like, stop it. Yeah. I wouldn't have known about this until this shit aired. Like,
older lady thing.
Yeah, exactly. So one thing about this high tea event is
question.
Yeah.
What is the difference between tea and high tea?
Don't fucking know.
Cool.
Maybe it's like at noon. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
Yeah. So, oh gosh, Charisse introduced Robin to Monique at the charity event, I think.
Okay.
And then, it was at this other charity event that doesn't really matter.
Okay. But Monique is in.
Yes. So Robin invited Monique to high tea. Or maybe it was Charisse that did. I don't know. She was invited to high tea, even though high tea, the purpose of it was to get Giselle and Charisse back together and on the same page.
Okay.
So we meet Monique, and Monique is like, yeah, we're, so my husband is Chris Samuels. He played for the Washington Redskins, and he's retired now, and we're looking to move to the Potomac area. And Giselle goes, oh, so you don't have a home? Yeah.
What?
And Monique goes, actually, I have 4 homes.
Yeah. He played for a major team. Yeah, he's got dough.
Yeah. And
Giselle,
was like
what kind of weird
a
power
really good
play
player.
is this? Yeah.
Right, yeah. Karen does state, like, when somebody comes in, Giselle feels the need to, like, haze them a little bit.
Clearly.
Yeah. She did it with Ashley,
Yeah,
too.
I was going to say, didn't she do that to Ashley?
I just don't think we talked about it a ton.
That's such a weird, like, that just highlights her insecurities. Like, it doesn't make her look good asking somebody who's clearly loaded, oh, you don't have a home?
Right, yeah.
Like, yeah, she fucking does.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And now you've given her a chance to put you way
Dunk on
down.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
God,
have some self-confidence,
right, yeah.
Gazelle.
Yeah. So that happens. And then Monique is also like, yeah, I was in the music industry. Like, I rapped.
Cool.
And they're like, oh, I think Karen or somebody is like, oh, can you, like, spit a couple bars?
Mm-hmm. Sing for us.
Sing for me, Paulo. Sorry, but okay. So Monique does a couple bars, and Giselle is like, "Oh my God, the Willard is not used to this crassness. It's such bullshit." Anyway.
Oh, okay.
But all of this to say, Giselle doesn't have a high opinion of Monique.
Well, she's very insecure.
Right?
And Monique is quite pretty and
yes,
seemingly capable.
Right? Throughout these episodes, Robin is being hounded about her situation with her ex-husband. Do you remember what that is at all?
Nope.
Okay. So Robin and Juan got divorced like 4 years ago.
Okay.
But they are still living together with their young boys.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Co-parenting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dope.
Yeah, and they get along a lot better now.
Yeah, some people just get along better as roommates than as a couple.
Yeah.
Like, it's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
But
Robin is being like,
society.
Robin is like being hounded by a lot of the other women, like to get Juan back. Ashley uses the phrase, "You need to tell Juan to shit or get off the pot."
What?
During this season,
y'all all have very toxic outlooks.
Yeah.
If something works for your friend,
right? Just let it happen.
It's fine. It's not hurting anyone. In fact, it's the opposite. It seems probably better for their children.
Yeah.
So the fuck.
Even like, we have a lot of friends who are like, yeah, I don't want to get married. We have friends who have been
You've got one right here.
Yeah. We have friends that have been in long-term relationships but are like, no, we're not going to get married.
Yeah.
I wanted to get married because being queer and having a transgender husband, like, I didn't want any sort of dumb law that's going to come between us.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to get married while we could.
Yeah.
Number one. And so, like,
I mean, there's no need to justify, like, wanting to get married or not wanting to get married.
Totally.
Whatever works for any individual for whatever reason they want.
Yeah.
It's all, like, it doesn't matter either way. Do you?
Right.
Boo.
Yeah. I know somebody very near and dear to my heart who got married but didn't actually, like, go through with papers and all of that.
Sure.
And I'm so fucking happy they didn't, because they are now splitting up.
Oh.
And
that makes it easier.
Yeah, seriously.
Yep. I just want a platonic life partner.
Yeah.
Somebody to hang out with and not ever touch.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. We see Monique's mother-in-law be very rude to Monique.
Oh. God, she's getting dunked on hard.
Yeah. Monique's mother-in-law tells her, like, you need to get a job.
The fuck?
And Monique is like, I'm wifey. Wifey doesn't need a job.
I don't think she needs to get a job.
Right? Yeah. Like, Chris is obviously, they have 4 homes.
Yeah, they're
looking to buy a 5th.
They're doing fine. And he's retired now, too. Like, neither of them need jobs.
Yeah, no.
Like, they're fine.
Right, yeah.
If you can get out of the working world, fucking run.
Right, yeah. I believe Chris is working somehow, but I just don't know doing what. We also see Monique's mother-in-law. She has a hot mic moment.
Oh, no.
Because she's mic'd up for the show.
Uh-huh.
And she leans over to somebody who's sitting next to her and goes, didn't I get that heifer straight? Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And I mean, Monique and Chris are not surprised at this.
Yeah.
Because she whispers, rude things to everybody, like, since they've been together. But now they can actually hear it. So, yeah.
Wow.
It makes you feel bad for Monique.
Yeah. Just because that's not somebody you can just, like, cut from your life very easy, and it's just
not if your partner's not willing to.
Yeah. And so at least her partner also knows that his mother is horrible.
Seriously. Yeah.
Oh, but to have to listen to that, God.
Yeah.
She'd get an earful from me.
Yeah. Seriously.
We'd be in a big fight. Because that's, like, people who do that tend to be rather narcissistic as well.
Yeah.
So the mother-in-law would never admit that she was wrong.
Oh,
No. Everyone else is wrong.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's fine for her to say horrible things.
This is her world.
Yeah.
We're all living in it.
Yep.
Ugh. Okay, so Ashley and Monique hang out, and Ashley tells Monique about Giselle talking bad about her. Because Giselle got together with all of these ladies and was like, can we talk about Miss Monique? I have 4 Holmes Samuels. She tries to act like Monique was, like, bragging, whereas the whole 4 Holmes thing came up because
of you, Giselle.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, that's fun.
Don't trust Giselle.
Oh, Lord. Seriously, no. Okay.
Normally, I'm like, oh, why would you tell somebody that somebody else was talking about, like, and spread that drama? But in this case, I'm like, Monique probably knows that don't trust Giselle.
Right,
but
yeah.
That hopefully just confirms it.
And, like, Ashley pulls some fuckery this season.
Okay.
We're going to get into that in a minute here.
Look, I'm not on anyone's side. Can't ever be in any of these shows.
Yeah, no.
I can be sympathetic to different situations, but
I would.
The whole point is for everyone to act terrible.
Yeah. I would absolutely love to be like a friend of, not necessarily a friend of, but just someone that gets invited to these fucking things. Or again, please make me your makeup artist.
Yeah.
I would love to do that.
I just want to wear a papoose and take the rich babies away from the drama.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Oh,
anyway.
Man. So it is Charisse's daughter's sweet 16 birthday party.
All right.
Which Ashley caters.
Okay.
And Ashley is very interested in meeting Eddie. Eddie is Charisse's husband, who has not lived in this house for the last 4 years.
Right. And is, like, avoiding her wanting to end their marriage.
Yes. Something I didn't write down, which I should have at this point. Eddie has sent Charisse papers basically stating that he intends to divorce.
Okay.
No divorce papers at this point have been filed. Nothing's been signed. Nothing.
Sure.
It's just Eddie has been like, we want to divorce.
Okay.
And Ashley knows about this, and yet is like, I want to go meet your husband that you're getting divorced from.
That's a bit odd. I mean, I get wanting to meet somebody you haven't yet in your, like, group of friends.
Yeah.
Like, I will be going out of my way this summer to meet one of my best friend's brother who I haven't met.
All right.
Just because it's like, how have I not met your goddamn brother? All right.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
No, I feel that.
But, you know.
Right. Well, and Ashley is like, it's really weird for me to be so close to Charisse and not have met her husband. Like,
okay, so it's the similar sentiment, but a little bit.
Yeah, like you met Charisse during a time when their relationship was rocky. So it's really not that fucking weird.
Yeah, no, it's not weird. I guess I understand the, like, I kind of want to meet him before he's gone forever, get some context, but also like, don't be that excited.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Yeah. Also, like, I mean, everybody knows the context. They don't live together. Like, he hasn't made any sort of...
Well, no, I mean, like, have a face to put to the,
Oh, yeah.
to the drama.
Fair. I mean, he's famous.
Pictures don't cut it. Anyway.
I guess. Okay. So yeah, and Charisse is clearly like, why the fuck do you want to meet Eddie?
Yeah.
Like, that's weird. But they continue, whatever.
Okay.
And then Ashley invites everybody to a hookah lounge.
Okay.
To hang out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't seem like the hookah lounge types.
No. Karen is very, like, not into it.
Absolutely. I can't imagine Karen.
Yeah. She's like, I don't know what all of this contact smoke high is.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, she's, like, freaking out about it.
No,
it's hilarious.
she's not the hookah lounge type.
No. Giselle and Monique are there.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a little spat over the whole Willard conversation.
Willard?
The high tea.
Oh,
Sorry.
Gotcha.
And then Ashley brings up Eddie again.
Okay, Ashley.
It's like, there was a very special guest at your daughter's 16th birthday, huh, Charisse?
No.
Yeah.
No. Ash, I can no longer
condone
relate or condone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, like, the curiosity could be there, but, like, tone it down.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
exactly.
Zip it.
Zip it, yeah.
Gotta be respectful to your friend before anything else.
Right, yeah. Charisse shuts it down. She's like, you're starting to piss me off, and you don't want to get on my bad side.
Yep.
So that's
Good.
fun.
Drawing boundaries.
Oh, God. Yep.
Boundaries are important.
Right?
Okay, you quietly said, oh, God, to yourself.
Okay, so from here up is all one thing.
Oh.
One incident.
God, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right, let's hear it.
After that, Monique decides to throw a barbecue in order to, like, let the girls get to know her more and, like, to kind of extend an olive branch to Giselle, be like, you know, you haven't really gotten to know me. Come and, like, get to know me in my house, see how I throw a party, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Shit starts to head south when Giselle brings her hairstylist, Cal.
What the fuck? Why is this a plot point again?
A good question.
Where they're just bringing... What?
I mean, this one is like a barbecue, so it's a little more laid back, number one. Number two, it's also like a, everybody, like, Robin brings Juan. Ashley brings her husband.
Yeah.
Karen brings Ray.
Yes. These are not hairstylists.
Right, yeah. I think Charisse brings a friend.
Okay.
And I mean, Giselle and Cal are really good friends.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a little odd.
Okay. Maryland people, I don't get it. Just bringing your stylist unannounced.
We
to
don't
things.
Understand the East Coast.
Cannot relate to you East Coast individuals.
Same, yeah. I know so many people who, like, want to go over there and stuff, and I'm like,
why?
I just don't really have a want to. I think it would be really cool to, you know, like, go see New York.
Yeah, you know.
I do have a friend in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Who I would absolutely love to see and everything.
Yep. I have
but other than
family friends in Maryland with, like, a standing invitation for me to go visit, which is very sweet.
Yeah.
But I don't.
No fucking desire.
I don't understand Maryland rich people.
Same.
Don't. This is a foreign land.
Right? Yeah.
I am a stranger in a foreign land.
Yeah. So stuff really goes bad when Giselle and Cal start, like, whispering about Monique's house. Monique has a fish tank in her kitchen.
Okay.
And they're like, why the fuck is there a fish tank in the kitchen?
She can do what the fuck she
Right,
wants
yeah.
in her house.
Right? She's rich as hell.
She's rich as hell. You just get fish in places.
Right, yeah.
It just happens.
Yeah.
Just happens to rich people.
Oh my gosh. In a couple seasons from now, Monique gets a bird, like a parrot, and names it T'Challa.
All right.
And it's so fucking funny.
I love it. Look, some people really like birds.
Birds are great pets, and I would love to have one if they didn't live for 5,000 years.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't feel incredibly guilty and upset about the fact that I'm going to die earlier than that bird. And then that someone's going to have to, especially because I don't have kids, I'm not having kids. So
somebody's going to end up with your bird.
Exactly. Someone's going to have to try and rehome that bird. Who the fuck? We don't have any younger, well, right now we don't have any younger friends.
Right.
Like,
Little sibling, here you go.
Exactly. Like,
yeah.
Anyway, okay. So Giselle and Cal are whispering about the house, and Monique's friend, who's there, sticks up for her. She's like, it's really wrong to whisper about people in their own fucking home.
Right.
So that's fun.
Yeah,
Monique comes in and is like, what are y'all talking about? And then is like, oh, whatever. I don't have time for you.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to come outside, have fun, play some spades, like, we can do that. But, like,
if you want to lurk inside,
that's fine.
And whisper, fine, do you. We're going to be out here having fun.
So once Monique leaves the kitchen, Ashley goes up to Giselle and starts talking, is basically asking, she's trying to get information on Robin from Giselle.
Okay, Ashley, you're kind of weird about Robin.
Seriously. Okay, so the reason Ashley is doing this is because she heard that Juan is seeing another girl.
So?
Right?
They're not together.
They're divorced.
It's fine.
Right, yeah.
What the fuck?
Right? It's weird.
God, it's not cheating. They're literally divorced.
Right, yeah.
Wow.
It's a whole thing.
Okay.
At some point in this, Giselle says to Ashley something about like, oh, I was just trying to, I want to talk without Mrs. Loudmouth, referring to Monique. Because Monique can be pretty long-winded.
Everybody fucking can.
Right, yeah.
Especially when you're around new people. Some people are nervous talkers.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Give them a break.
Right, yeah. Monique is informed about this and comes back in and tells Giselle to leave.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. If she's going to be that fucking rude at a party thrown by Mrs. Loudmouth.
Yeah.
It's time for her to go.
Right, yeah.
She's no longer welcome.
Yeah. Another party Giselle is thrown out of.
Yeah. It's her, the problem.
Uh-huh.
Gisele's the problem. It's her.
Okay, so Giselle goes outside to leave, but then runs into Charisse, who starts crying.
Oh.
Yeah.
What happened?
So Charisse talks about she's been seeing a therapist, and we see a conversation with her therapist basically talking about...
They filmed a conversation with her and her therapist?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Okay.
I mean, the therapist had to sign a release.
I mean, yeah, but Jesus Christ.
Right. Is it morally and ethically questionable?
Yeah.
Yes. But
all right.
They did it, so...
Okay. How much is real? What's real?
Right?
What is it? I don't know anymore.
Right?
Anyway.
So in that therapy session, Charisse states, like, it was her daughter's 16th birthday, and there was a very clear separation of, like, Eddie's side of the room and my side of the room. So Charisse is just, like, it was a very big, like, it was a physical reminder of, like, that relationship is dying.
Yeah.
Basically. So she's very upset
must have
about
sucked
it.
for her daughter, too. Like,
oh, yeah.
That's awful.
Totally.
You finally get both your parents there for your birthday, and there's this horrible divide.
Right,
like,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Poor kid.
Yeah. I feel so fucking bad for Charisse's daughter. Because Charisse also takes her daughter, Skylar, to, like, a store to buy a journal. And this is where Charisse tells her, they're probably going to get divorced. On camera.
Can't even. God, I hope they had a private conversation off camera first.
Seriously.
Because, shit.
Right. And I mean, her daughter seems fairly receptive to it and is like, well, there's not really much I'm going to have to adjust to.
I mean,
he hasn't been living in the house for 4 years.
It's probably going to be easier for her once they are divorced.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
It's often the case with kids watching an unhappy marriage. It's like, please just split up and let us all be happy.
Right, yeah. Totally. Okay, so that's why Charisse is crying.
Aww.
Robin also, like, left to basically say goodbye to Giselle.
Sure.
And, like, hi to Charisse. So she's out there, and this is where Giselle tells Robin that Ashley is talking about Juan seeing another girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Charisse is crying right now. Can this wait?
Oh, this happens either, like, before or after.
Oh, okay.
Charisse is crying.
Okay. All right. Fine.
But, yeah. Okay. Giselle leaves, as she is told to do. Oh, Monique also comes back out to tell Giselle to leave again.
Yeah.
And also
Hey,
calls...
you're still here.
Right, yeah. And also calls Giselle a trick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think we needed to resort to name calling.
Right.
But, I mean, I can't say it's unjustified.
I
But
also feel like... So just...
Monique, you have the high ground. Keep it.
Right. Also, Monique is using trick in a different way than everybody knows the word trick.
I don't know the word trick, but by context, I can guess.
So
it's one of those contextual clues. See?
Right.
That's how I stay hip with the youth.
Right. So
I don't say right when I say hip with the youth.
I am agreeing with you that you are not hip with the youth.
Yeah. Hello,
I'm not
fellow kids.
great with it either, but I do know. So trick is often used as like like in conjunction with like prostitution and sex work.
Oh, so like turning tricks.
Yeah, turning tricks.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, it's an insult.
Yep. Monique means it in a way like tricks are for kids, you're being childish.
Sure.
And uses this as her, I don't use profanity. So that's like a term that I use instead of...
Bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
I Monique, you still have the high ground. I don't think you needed to do that.
You're Obi-Wan in this situation.
Yep. I have the high ground.
That's all I think of.
I know.
Anymore. Okay. So, yeah, that happens. Inside the party, and Giselle has left, Ashley brings up that she is concerned for Robin and Juan.
Ashley, there isn't a relationship that's romantic there. Leave it alone.
Right, yeah. Like, calm down.
Like, holy
Let
shit.
them figure it out.
Yeah. You don't need to be worrying about this.
Yeah. So Karen tries to be the voice of reason as Ashley sticks her nose in. Mm-hmm. Like, as Robin and Charisse also are like, Ashley, this is none of your fucking business.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun. And then Monique, nothing is resolved, and Monique breaks it up by making everybody dance.
Okay.
So that's fun.
Good for her.
Yeah.
So far, liking Monique. Maybe it's because she's been here the least long.
Yeah. And
Her
she's
time
only
will
gotten
come.
dunked on.
Yeah.
So far.
So, you know.
Yeah. That won't happen in a couple of seasons.
Well, yeah. I mean, I liked Ashley at first, too, and that quickly went away.
Yes. Oh, man. Okay. So, before this whole incident, Charisse and Ashley went dress shopping for Charisse because she needs some new dresses.
Yeah.
And for events coming up.
And probably a cheer-up kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. We saw earlier in the season she got rid of a lot of her dresses, and especially the more conservative ones.
Sure.
So she's looking for more like sexy dresses.
Yeah,
too.
she's getting back out there. Good for her.
Yeah.
Feel yourself, feel pretty.
Exactly.
Get it.
So while they're dress shopping, they get into a fight about Ashley bringing up Juan's other girl.
Okay.
Ashley is like, well, I'm not going to wait, 20 years of a man treating me badly before I leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Ashley. Nope. That was the incorrect thing to say.
Ashley says some fucked up shit. I'm not going to lie.
That is absolutely not okay. Fuck it. Poor Charisse. God damn.
Right, yeah. Charisse is also just getting dunked on.
Yeah, my affection for Charisse is growing. Because I'm like, damn, all right.
Yeah.
She's going through it. Leave her
alone. Charisse also, so Ashley says all this stuff, and then Charisse is like, I am about 5 seconds from fucking you up.
Yeah, correct.
We don't condone violence.
Don't do violence or assault.
Yeah. And so Ashley leaves, and Charisse leaves the dress shop shortly after, and this poor woman who runs the dress shop and like makes these dresses is like, why are they fighting in my store? It's so cute and so sad.
Bless.
Yeah, so that's fun.
Oh.
So Ashley is working at the restaurant. It's like their busiest night they've had since they opened.
Okay.
And Robin and Giselle decide to ambush Ashley.
Okay, nope.
And make a scene in front of the guests.
Nope.
Yeah, it gets to like yelling, and Ashley is like, Robin, get your fingers out of my face. Get your fingers out of my face. And Robin is like, this is fingers in your face.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why? Wait, why?
Because
of her asking about Juan?
Yeah.
Okay. But, all right. Nope. Nope. Okay.
Yep.
So, dinner and a show?
Yep.
You'd be loving it. I'd be leaving.
I would be so both like embarrassed and enthralled.
I get secondhand embarrassment way too hard for any of
Fair.
this shit. This is why I can't even like watch a single episode of any of this. Like you'll show me 5-minute clips and the whole time I'm just like, oh no, oh God, no.
Fair.
My soul is actively leaving my body.
Right. Okay. So then we see Juan has a hot mic moment.
Oh, more of those.
Uh-huh.
Y'all need to learn
There's
when you're
so
mic'd
many
up.
of those. Oh my God. It causes a gigantic stir in Salt Lake City.
Okay.
At a point. Anyway, so Juan has a hot mic moment with a producer where he tells the producer, if it wasn't for Corey and Carter, their kids, I'd be gone already. I can't live like this. I want to share my life with somebody. Yeah.
Okay. So maybe it wasn't working out as well as we thought.
You know, we'll talk about it a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like you can be roommates if you can still like date and
Right.
have your own lives.
Right.
But if they're still kind of acting like a couple,
Right.
then that doesn't work.
So we do later find out that like Robin is aware of all of that.
Mm.
Like, and basically says like Juan would like them to be a couple. But Robin is very like closed off to that because he cheated on her during their marriage.
So he doesn't get to choose that. Nope.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-mm.
And like, you know, she likes Juan and wants to, you know, parent their kids together and all of that, but she's very reluctant to bring somebody new in.
The romantic trust is gone.
Yeah. And I mean, her and Juan have been together since they were like 16.
Yep.
So.
And yet he still cheated. That I don't understand.
Well, he was, so at the time during their marriage, he was like a big deal basketball player.
Yep. So he could.
And for the Washington Wizards and was getting a lot of female attention and
And
I'm not saying it's an excuse. I think it's
not
fucked up.
Yep.
The temptation was there.
The temptation
And
was
he
there,
was young.
and he didn't have the commitment to overcome it. I just can't respect
Right.
cheating in any fashion.
Right. I don't
Like,
fucking understand
how can
people
you
who take
how can you do that to
them
someone
back.
you claim to love?
seriously. Yeah.
Like, nope,
No.
there's no coming back for that from me.
Right, yeah. Their relationship is very complicated.
Yeah.
Karen has an event where she talks about being a victim of dating violence.
Oh.
And at this event, Monique asks Giselle for her phone number so that they can, like, get together and maybe, like, get things better.
Monique, you're trying too hard with this lady.
Right, and Giselle refuses. She's like, no, I'm good. Okay, so Ashley has organized a Critics' Choice event for the restaurant where they have overhauled the menu.
Okay.
And they invite a bunch of food bloggers and, like, important people in Potomac, or not Potomac, but the Virginia area, to try the new menu and everything. This results in a huge fight between her and Michael, her husband, where Ashley threatens divorce. She's like, you shut down your restaurant and this marriage is over. Yeah. The event goes pretty well, except the ladies are invited.
God damn it.
And Robin brings up Ashley talking behind her back,
You already screamed about this.
Right.
In front of
Well, nothing got resolved
restaurant
there.
people, so you're gonna come back and yell about it again in a restaurant?
In the restaurant, yep.
Yeah. I assume they're yelling. You haven't said, but I assume yelling is happening.
I mean, they're not yelling, but they're not being
Quiet.
civil.
Yeah. Okay.
Or hushed, yeah.
Yeah.
Ashley does admit to, basically is like, well, and all of the ladies are here. Karen is like, I think something is going on. Like, you have been all over the place.
In what? To who?
To Ashley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because she's bringing up Charisse and Eddie. She's bringing up Robin and
Yeah.
Juan. Like,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Okay.
So Ashley admits that, like, her anger towards Michael and the restaurant is being misdirected at her friends and apologizes.
Okay.
So everything's cool there.
Okay.
Karen attempts to get Giselle and Monique together, but Charisse ends up coming along, and it doesn't go very well because Charisse ends up crying, saying that they need to get along because they're both her friends, and she's going through a hard time, so she needs them.
Oh, poor Charisse. Yeah. I'm feeling for her right now.
I know,
I mean,
I just don't think that was the right way to put things.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but also, Giselle, stop being a problem.
Right, yeah. Exactly.
Monique is trying to be civil.
Yeah, but also Monique needs to stop pushing it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think just existing near each other and never speaking is also
cordial.
Yeah. Civil.
Yeah, is fine.
Yeah, but I just feel for Charisse right now.
Right, yeah.
Like, she hasn't been much of a problem.
Right.
Like, yeah, there was the one thing with the crab boil that bugged me personally because that's some kind of bullshit I do not tolerate.
Yeah, no.
But that's really been it. Like, she's fine.
Right, yeah.
Like, out of all of them, she's just kind of going through it, and I feel for her.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay, so Karen decides to take the girls to Bermuda and asks Charisse to help plan, but not to co-host. This will be a thing.
That seems weird.
Yes, it is very weird. Rich people. I don't fucking get it. Meanwhile, while they're in Bermuda, her husband, Ray, who is like 20 years older than her, has to... Than Karen.
Okay.
Yeah. Has to move the house.
He's hiring people. Let's not play.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Come on.
No.
He is not one old man feebly moving boxes throughout.
Right, yeah.
Like, nah, he's hiring people.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
fine.
But it's still like, Karen should be there to fucking help.
I mean, probably, but I don't know. They're rich enough. They've got people packing for them.
Totally.
It doesn't fucking matter.
Right. Okay. Monique invites everybody but Giselle to come to her daughter's first birthday party.
First birthday parties are curious to me.
Right. And Monique throws this huge fucking thing. There's a petting zoo. There's a bounce house. There's face painting. Did I mention the petting zoo?
Will never remember this.
One. Yeah.
She's one. My first birthday was a cupcake with a candle in it. And my parents singing happy birthday and then hurriedly blowing out the candle when my tiny dumbass tried to touch it because it was shiny.
I don't even know if I got that, dog.
I only know because there was a video
Pictures,
of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, hey.
Right, yeah.
That happened. I wasn't there. Me as I am. I wasn't a conscious person yet.
Right, yeah, exactly.
I was just a little sack of water and poop.
Uh-huh, yeah, exactly. Like... So, Giselle is informed of this lack of invite by Robin while Robin is getting a full set of lash extensions done, and I would kick Giselle out of the fucking room. I don't play during full sets.
Nah.
I tell people I get really quiet, i.e. I'm listening to a podcast. If you're one of my clients, I'm not listening to a podcast while I'm doing your lashes. But I do listen to podcasts while I do full sets because it's 2 hours.
Yeah.
We're sitting there for 2 hours.
Uh-huh.
My ass hurts.
Yeah.
And I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that shit. Anyway, so that's fun. Michael, Ashley's husband, tries to break the break even then baby rule. He's like, I know that was our rule, but maybe we could, start trying. Basically to be like,
a baby will fix our marriage.
Exactly.
Oof.
And it never does.
No, babies will challenge you in ways you didn't even know you could be challenged.
Yeah.
Kids push every button.
Yeah.
and they just keep pushing it because it's a big shiny button.
Yep.
How fun.
Yeah. Ashley is not down for this. She's like, I am not in that mindset.
No.
So, no.
Y'all, that's correct, Ashley.
Right. Yeah.
Babies do not fix marriages. If you aren't in a good place, you're going to have a real hard time.
Yeah.
Whew.
Then we see Robin seeing a therapist. She's been
with the on-air therapy.
Yep.
All right.
Robin has been told, like, maybe seeing a therapist would be a good idea, but has been very resistant to it. And she's given homework by the therapist to go on a date with someone other than Juan. So that's fun. When they arrive in Bermuda, the ladies are really confused as to who is the host because Charisse invited several of these women. But everything has Karen's name on it.
Okay.
So they're confused.
Yeah.
Apparently that's a thing when you go somewhere with people is who's hosting.
Okay.
Karen dodges questions about moving and when they're going to move and where they're moving to and all of that.
Sure.
But does state, the house has been sold. So.
Okay.
So Karen pulls Giselle and Monique aside separately to go sailing and doesn't tell the other who the other person is.
Oh,
yeah.
To get them all on a boat.
Yes.
International waters.
Yep.
Alone.
Yeah, in Bermuda.
In Bermuda.
Yeah.
Somebody's not coming back.
Right? I mean, so this happens and Giselle and Monique end up bonding.
Okay.
And things are good. However, Robin, Charisse, and Ashley are like, our host fucking ditched us and, like, didn't tell us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like, Karen didn't send them a text message or anything.
She just
nothing.
disappeared?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Etiquette, Karen.
Yeah.
We haven't had that word yet this
Seriously.
season.
It gets
because now
so
it's
much
an
less.
official
It's a Housewives
show.
So Charisse takes everyone on a yacht with some Bermuda elite, supposedly, even though the men are crusty.
Well, people who call themselves elite usually aren't actually
elite.
Great to be around in any way.
No.
Actually, I'm going to say all the time.
Right.
Anybody who calls themselves elite sucks.
Anybody who's, like, obscenely rich, too.
Also that.
I have no fucking desire.
They probably call themselves elite also.
Right, yeah.
I don't think you can not be a
me to do your
sociopath.
And I'll just, I'll tell you my poor people problem. No, you can tell me your rich people problems.
They don't care about your poor people problems.
I know. Oh, God. Anyway, okay. So Robin tries to meet men and flirt, but she has a really difficult time with it.
Okay. Not everybody's flirty. I get it.
Right. Well, and it's been like years. She says she hasn't been on a date in 4 years since, like, she divorced Juan. And before that, it was when she was 16. Yeah, with Juan.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's tough out there. You don't need to be in a relationship.
Yeah, no.
Like, if it's been 4 years since you've been in a relationship and you're fine.
Right.
I mean, it's fine.
So she did talk to the therapist about, like, she does want, like, to have somebody to love that way.
Okay.
Like, that is something she wants eventually again.
Okay.
But
does she really want it, or does she feel like she's supposed to want it?
I don't know.
I feel like that's always a question for people who are older.
That's fair. Yeah. She like tries to do this homework assignment somewhat.
Okay.
But she figures out that she kind of wants to figure out stuff with Juan first.
Okay.
Yeah. So back in Maryland, Michael informs Ashley that her role at the restaurant is changing.
Aren't they co-owners?
Yep.
And he's informing her?
Yep.
Yikes.
Yeah, she's really frustrated that she wasn't asked about this.
Well, yeah. It's her restaurant, too.
Right?
Fuck you.
Yeah. Well, and I can sort of I think it was done completely wrong.
Sure.
But I do think Ashley's role should be different than what it is because she's basically a manager. Also, like, if you're going to own something, you're going to be a fucking manager. Like, just face that shit, okay? The fact that Michael isn't as hands-on in the restaurant as he wants to be is not okay.
No,
really.
like, y'all, you own it. It's your job to make it happen.
Right, exactly.
Like, ugh.
So that's fun.
Cool.
Charisse unveils her champagne room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun. I don't know what that is, but fancy.
Basically, it used to be Eddie's, like, office study, but he hasn't been there in 4 years.
Yeah, fuck it.
So she overhauls it and makes it into a champagne room. So it's like a wine room, basically.
Sure.
But
okay.
And it's got, like, some pretty chairs.
All right. Get it, girl. Love it.
This is where Karen unveils that she has moved from Potomac to Great Falls, Virginia. Instead of Potomac, Maryland.
Okay.
She's not in the same zip code.
Oh.
Yeah.
She can't be on the show then.
Right. Some of their rules around this shit is wild.
All right.
Because in New York, when Luann isn't living in New York, she's not allowed to be part of the main cast. It's so weird. Anyway.
All right.
And it's also, it's billed as Housewives, but like half of these women are single.
Yeah.
And
yeah, they're not.
So was the first season of New York. Like,
okay. Yeah.
It's so weird. Anyway.
It's just rich women.
Okay, so Karen says that she has moved to Great Falls, Virginia, out of Potomac, Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
And she acts like she's already told them all of this. She's like, remember how I told you I moved to Great Falls?
No.
Yeah, everybody is like, you didn't fucking say that. Ashley says that Karen is so that no longer makes you the grand dame of Potomac.
Uh-huh.
And Karen blows up. She's like, I'll be the grand dame no matter what.
Okay. But you're not, though.
Right.
So.
Well, and Karen says to Ashley, she's like, I'll talk to the people who gave me that title, not some idiot sitting on a couch.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And Ashley is like, Jesus,
Right?
that's rude as hell.
Yeah. For Karen likes, well, at least last season, loved to talk about etiquette whilst always being one of the rudest individuals.
For real.
Why is it that people who spout something like that are always hypocrites?
Right? I know.
All right.
It's so irritating.
Mm-hmm. It's like people who actively quote the Bible.
Oh.
It's like there are always people who should not be quoting the Bible.
Oh, absolutely.
Anyway.
100%. As a former evangelical Christian, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Karen also says that at the new house, they will be having their 20th wedding anniversary party.
Okay.
And she will think about who will be invited.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we see Robin talking to Juan about their relationship. And they will they're going to work on it for 6 months. And then at 6 months, they're going to evaluate where they're at and see, what they want to do.
Okay.
So Karen wants more of like an East Indian theme.
Okay.
To their anniversary party. But Ray, her husband, is like, we're African American. Why do you want to do East Indian?
Yeah.
So they compromise and they basically just blend the two together.
Okay.
So most of the girls dress up very, very Bollywood.
Sure. Oh.
Do you see?
Oh, no. Oh. Is that Monique?
Yes, that is.
Okay, so the
this is where the picture
I'm looking at right here, yeah, many people are dressed in a Bollywood style. Mm-hmm. Monique is wearing a full Native American headdress.
Yep.
Is she part
No.
No,
she's black.
No, she's just fully not Native at all.
Yep. I'm pretty sure. I mean, she hasn't said anything.
Okay. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, Monique. I was on your side.
Yeah.
Oh, we were rooting for you.
We were all rooting for you.
This isn't even the right continent, Monique.
No.
Don't take a book from Christopher Columbus.
Right?
He was a moron.
Seriously, like,
oh.
It's a bit of... Now, remember, too, her husband was on the Washington Redskins.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I dismissed that because they're no longer called the Redskins, and, players just get traded around, and it's whatever.
Yep.
This is not good.
Yeah, no.
No. Okay.
So Monique says that this is a joke because the invitation was very confusing.
I mean, it's not a funny joke, Monique.
No.
Not.
It's yikes.
Yep. Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
Rich people, man.
Out of touch.
Out of touch. Just, God, please tell me she has a tribal affiliation. Like, whew, all right. Okay.
Yeah. So that's fun. So
1 minute.
basically, to sum up the scene, Robin informs Giselle about her and Juan's agreement and them moving forward. Monique is settling into her new Potomac house. Ashley and Michael are still on really rocky ground.
Yep.
Giselle is dating.
All right. I don't care about Giselle.
Fair. Charisse is also like moving forward and whatnot, but no divorce papers have been filed or anything. And then, Karen just moved into this house. A lot of people are really confused by it because it's kind of like a rent to own. They can stay there for like 24 months or something and renting it.
Yeah.
And then all of the women dunk on her for this, for renting. And
yeah, who is rent?
Seriously, what a poor.
Yeah.
So, but it's like a rent to own situation. So if at the end of this time period, Karen decides she wants to keep the house, all of that back rent will go towards the down payment on the house. But she can also, move out and find another house in Potomac or build in Potomac. And everyone's also really confused because this house is huge. Like it's not a downsize, really. At the reunion, which we don't normally talk about, but I want to talk about it, she talks about how, and Ray talks about how Karen wanted to get a house where she could potentially keep her parents in because they're getting older. Her mom was diagnosed with early onset dementia. So this is a house that they could possibly like take care of her parents in.
Okay.
But she didn't say that to Ray.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just kind of caught on eventually.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Good communicators.
Yeah, that's a fun yikes.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's season 2 of Real Housewives of Potomac.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go lie down.
It's a lie down day.
It's a lie down day. Pretty much anytime we do a proper reality show is a lie down day for me.
Understandable.
Okay. We'll be back next week with something. Keep an eye on our social media for any polls or anything.
Yes.
And patrons get special early access to those. Speaking of which, special shout out to our patrons, Emma, Florence, and Meg. Thanks so much, guys. We appreciate you. We appreciate everyone for listening, and we will see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.